It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, they lost game one in this matchup.
The Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the season series between these two teams, the Wizards came away empty in the last matchup against the Magic.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory, just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, but as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. All out there with Gary Neal. And it's Dudley in at the three spot. From outside, off the mark. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
One-on-one here. Kicks to Oladipo. There's the three. And again, it's Orlando with the three. We play just over a minute here in the first. Now, here's Wall. Guarded closely. Poked away. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And finished off by Oladipo.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. 5 on the clock. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And the shot's good from the name.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Houdini. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And the rebound goes to Nene.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Shot's good by Neal. Here's Houdini. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. Cody Zeller's checked in for Washington. On defense, Washington trailing by 4. Gordon with a screen on Wall. They double him with Nene. 4 on the shot clock. Baseline try, and the basket by Harris. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Outside, Wall. High post shot. It's hauled in by the Magic. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by Freak. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Down low, here's Gordon, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And let's bring up a list of point guards that over the last month have been on fire from three-point land. Freak, third.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
No doubt about it. And being as accurate from three-point land as these guys are makes them that much more valuable as point guards. Opposing defenses have to worry about their passing and their shooting.
Here's Houdini following the basket by John Wall. Zeller with the double team. A wide open look here for Oladipo. No good from the wing.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Now here's Leonard. 9-point game his last outing. Here's the screen. In the corner, Neal with it. No good with the triple. Magic leading by 9. Here's Houdini. He's got 6. Shakes him. And it's good on the way up. Houdini's got 8 points.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Here's Neal. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the three-pointer by Washington. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. In the corner, it's Harris. Lock at 6. Can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 8. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
For them to be successful, Kevin, he said they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees every time the ball gets in the post. If they don't collapse in their post threats, he knows they're in for a long game. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Houdini. 8 points for him. And it's Gordon missing.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. First in steals, second in assists, and don't forget top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat night in and night out.
And as you said, I mean, he'll take your lunch from you. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming at you.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Payne in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Wall following the bucket by Orlando. Dishes to Vasquez. There's the pick. Left side, Leonard. Oubre, no one around him. The wing jumper off target.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Wizards trail by 8. All with it, now guarded by Houdini. The leader kept alive by Washington. Now here's Oubre, guarded by Harris. Picked by Zeller. Vasquez passes to Zeller. Knocked away. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Vitor Favarani's checked in for Leonard. And Marvin Williams subbed in for Cody Zeller.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Houdini. He's got 8. Screen by Smith. Here's Houdini, and it would have counted had it fallen. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough.
The Wizards not exactly guarding the first team. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. The Wizards also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Vitor Favarani. Nene comes in for Williams. And it's John Wall in for Gary Neal. Taking a look at the Wizards. Nene is out there with Oubre. Then it's Wall. Then it's Vasquez. And it's Leonard in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Nene, the screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Vasquez. Hands it from downtown. Vasquez has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're shooting the ball extremely well right now. They're looking at that three-point shot as a way to get some extra offense, really continue to fortify their momentum.
Magic leading by 21. Here's Houdini. Oladipo outside. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got 5 now.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Now here's Oubre. Guarded by Oladipo. Count the bucket. Oubre's got his first basket of the night.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Vasquez. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Houdini. He has 8 points and 3 steals. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
Both free throws good from Houdini.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Wall dishes to Oubre. There's 1:47 left now here in the second.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Oladipo, the pass to Houdini. Screen by Smith. 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Houdini.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Washington's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
It's stolen by Vasquez. And it's Wall in the corner. And it's Nene, top of the key. Nene, the screen. Inside. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Oladipo kicks to Watson. Here's Houdini, covered by Wall. Pass to Houdini. 5 to shoot. To the middle, Harris. No luck.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots. And he makes both free throws. Here's Houdini. Here's Harris. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And money to end the...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Victor Oladipo is out there with Houdini, and it's Vucevic in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. For Orlando, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Here's Neal, guarded by Oladipo. Gortat, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Orlando's gone 7 of 9 on 3-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. There's a screen. Off the screen. Knocks loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And Wall kicks to Nene. Back to Wall. Wizards passing it around.
Sometimes the short pass is harder than the long one.
Here's Houdini. 17 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Freak is second.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
To the inside, Gordon.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Vucevic with the block, and they're able to recover. Dudley dishes to Neal. Pass to Wall. The feed to Gortat. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Marcin Gortat. The Magic have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Gordon. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Outside, Wall. Here's Neal. 7 points in the game. Nice shot from the wing. Dudley's got 5 now.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Houdini, covered by Wall. Inside, here's Gordon. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Just no resistance inside.
1:53 left to play here in the third. Outside, Wall. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets really had a hard time. He ended with 7 points and added 3 rebounds as well. Just a poor shooting performance from him as he never got it going, missing shot after shot. He'll look to right the ship in this one, Kevin.
Doris, thanks. And we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
Yeah, and what would really help is if he could come out and get off to a good, quick start here tonight.
That would be a huge help. I mean, the faster he can move on and get locked into the present, the better off his team will be.
To the middle, here's Gordon. Shot is off, and it's Washington the other way. Vasquez up top, defended by Gordon. Here's Wall, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Houdini passes to Payne, to the left wing. Here's Houdini. Shot clock at 5. Doubled by Oubre. Smith on the wing. Puts up a 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 9 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Wall. The 19-footer is on the money. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Washington has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We have Vitor Favarani. Williams is out there with Oubre. Then it's Vasquez, and it's Neal in at the 2 spot. Out of bounds, Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. There's the dish to Vasquez. The pass to Neal. Just 5 on the clock.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Here's Houdini.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Fry's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Orlando. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Favarani, and the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Tape up.
Passes it to Vasquez. Williams a screen. Clock at 6. Vasquez, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Fry kicks to Watson. Harris. Rebound by Favarani.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now here's Oubre. He's covered closely. Neal's shot is off. The Magic shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Vasquez kicks to Neal. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Vasquez. Favarani passes to Vasquez. It's hauled in by the Magic.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Picked by Williams. Oubre with it. Picked up by Harris. Oubre dishes to Neal. Hits the three-point bomb.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They set the pick. Inside, here's Fry. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Fry has got 4 points in the quarter. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now here's Vasquez. Tight defense on him. And that one's good. Favarani.
Boy, Vasquez, man, what an example of tremendous passing skill.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Screen by Smith. Here's Houdini. Feeds it to Fry. Harris passes to Houdini. The shot is off, and the Wizards now going the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
And Orlando making a change here. Hezonja's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Dudley's checked in. Screen by Smith. Here's Houdini. They set the pick. Goes up off the pick. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Oubre kicks to Vasquez. Here's Houdini, and he dunks it down. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Vasquez dishes to Favarani. Count that one. Favarani's got 4 this quarter.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Here's Houdini. Screen by Smith. Pass to Hezonja. And it's Orlando with another.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Washington has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Houdini. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
John Wall's checked in for Oubre. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. For Washington, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. There's the screen. And Dudley kicks to Favarani. Outside, Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vasquez. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Azania. Excellent D there from Williams. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Williams sets a screen for Wall. Outside Williams. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Kicks it to Watson. Over to the wing for 3. Fry. The Magic again can't hit. The Wizards have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 1:29 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's called on Channing Frye. And that one falls for Williams.
2 shots.
That one misses.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Magic.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Houdini. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
There's a good screen. And here is Dudley. Vasquez up top. Williams kicks to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Vasquez. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Houdini. He kicks to Watson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Williams. Outside, Wall. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let it.
Well, once again, your ability to make plays with your passing was a major factor in this one. How did you get the offense clicking?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew.